Hey, it's Brittany. If you posted on this video, then this is my part 1 of food prepping for my family for baseball for this month. For dinners, my keto-ish start, my meal prep for lunches, and yeah, just watching me cook and stuff, or yeah, you'll see when you watch the video. Keep watching and you'll see some awesome stuff. Thank you. Hey guys, so I am in the process right now of food prepping for starting my keto-ish. Hence, the ish. I'll explain the ish in a minute. But my keto-ish diet that I'm starting on the 7th of this month. I'm starting the 7th because my little baby boy turns a year old on Saturday, and I ain't missing out on that cake or the tacos. I'm gonna eat my last carbs this weekend, and yeah, and then I'm going to dedicate 5 weeks of keto, super low carb. My goal is to be under 35 grams of carbs for the first 5 weeks. 40 to 35. I know that's a little higher than what some people do when they start keto. They try to do 20 grams. I calculated how many grams I was eating before, and it was 320 grams, so I consider, and that's all I got. No wonder I haven't lost any weight. But I decided that I would like to hit 40 grams or under, net carbs, yeah. So my kitchen is super messy because I've been meal prepping. I would also like anybody watching this to take into consideration that I have 5 children, 5 boys who eat me out of house and home, and so some carbs are absolutely needed. But for me, because I'm meal prepping also freezer meals because we have baseball, and my husband stays home with the baby while I do baseball and t-ball games, and for 4 of the 5 boys. And so it's easy for him to just throw something in the oven and not have to do crazy dinner. So I'm meal prepping oven meals too, which do have a lot of carbs in them. So I'm just gonna make some separate things for myself, but they'll already be ready to go. So and I'll just pop those in the oven with. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around and show you what I'm doing right now. Don't mind my crazy messy kitchen. These right here are some meals that I already have that I did. It's chicken, which I cooked up a bunch of chicken yesterday in my pressure cooker. And this is just seasoned with some of this and some of this and a little bit of, oh no, not that, scratch that, where's the other one? There. This. And I'm just measuring out 4 ounces of chicken, and then I have this right here, and I'm doing 1 cup, and then I'm doing a teaspoon of butter, oh, right here, Country Crock style churned butter. I don't know if that's the butter I'm supposed to have, but like I said, it's keto-ish, not perfect. So, and then I am doing pork. It was a bunch of pork chops, but they were frozen and in my freezer for a long time, and I figured I need to use them, so I put them in my pressure cooker for 30 minutes or however long it, you just push the little meat button. And then I added some of this, some of this, a little bit of this, a lot of this, and I think I did a little bit of pepper. Oh, and a little bit of this to make it more taco-y. And then I got some of these. I'm only doing 3 chopped peppers, and I'm going and throwing them into the pork mix. So these are my lunches for the 7th through Monday through Saturday. I'm only doing 1 week's worth of lunches because I'm already having to put these ones in the freezer since Monday is, Thursday, 4 days from now. And I don't want these to go to waste, so I'm going to actually pop them in the freezer and then take them all out Sunday night, and, well, probably take like Mondays and Tuesday out Sunday night and let them defrost so they're ready to go, and then continue down the line, taking them out of the freezer the night before and letting them defrost. Then I'll microwave them to warm them all up again. And I am adding, with this, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of baby spinach and 2 tablespoons of sour cream. I'm going to make homemade ranch, which can give you guys the recipe for. I kind of just eyeball it, honestly. But I'm going to make homemade ranch, and then I'm also going to put sour cream on these ones to just get that fat content. It's so weird planning to eat fat. But yeah, so I will show you guys some more meals that I'm planning in just a minute. So, I'm sorry if you guys can hear the background sound. I'm entertaining my baby right now with Elmo. But here is one of the meals that I'm making for this month of freezer meals. It's a bag of rice. I just steamed them a little bit for like 4 minutes because I'm going to wind up recooking this. So, like, freezing it and then recooking it, and I don't want the broccoli to be like, you know, mush. So, I used 1 bag of this. They're awesome. You just pop them in the microwave for 90 seconds, and make sure you put a slit in it before you put it in the microwave, though. Don't be like me and try to blow up the bag. But let's see if you guys can see this. I mean, I think this is okay. I mean, it definitely has a lot of carbs, but really, like, that's for 1 cup of this rice, and I plan on only having about like a half a cup. I'm not exactly sure, but I know I'm not going to be having that many carbs. And then I'm going to just put this cheese, which is the Tillamook medium white cheddar. And I am shredding it myself, so I don't have to deal with those like weird preservatives they put in cheese so that it won't stick together, you know, the shredded bags or whatever. Try not to be lazy. But yeah, so then I'm just gonna I'll put the cheese away over there. I don't want to forget about it. I'm just gonna sprinkle the cheese on top, and this is the pork, the rest of the pork that was from earlier. I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top. It will freeze on top, but I'm gonna mix it in so that it won't quite be like all frozen on top. But it's already there, then we don't have to think about it. It's actually already been seasoned because it is a little bit more of the taco-y pork, but I don't think that'll matter. I think it will taste great. So, and my family also gets to eat a bunch of vegetables too. I will probably give them some kind of like bread on the side. My husband would probably die if I just gave him this and no rolls or something, but I personally won't be eating any more carbs than what's already in here. So yeah, there's a freezer meal that's also pretty keto friendly. You can read my handwriting. This is my meal list for the next 2.5 weeks, something like that, for my family dinners. And it may not always happen like this, but these are all the freezer meals that I'm doing. I might, there might be days that we just decide to have pizza, or well, not me, but my family, you know, my kids and my husband, there might be times that we, you know, don't use a freezer meal, but these are at least options. But I just wanted to show you that a lot of these do have carbs in them, and that's why I'm allowing myself to have 40 grams or less of net carbs. Less, I mean, if it's net carbs, it's going to be less than that, but because, I mean, it's just, I did get some low carb options, and I'll show you guys those things for myself, so I can kind of eat what my family's eating, but also have, you know, a better, like, low carb option for myself. So I need to go to the grocery store, so I'm not able to do everything that I want to do, like that whole list back there. But this is what I'm doing right now. I'm about to make some ham and cheese sliders, which the first ones that I'm making, I actually get to enjoy those. But the second ones, I'll have my version of ham and cheese with the butter and the topping and the Dijon mustard, just without the buns. And then, which is totally fine with me. But let's see, right now I'm boiling noodles for the Amish casserole, chicken noodle casserole, and the pizza noodles. And I'll show you that I'm actually just doing it for my noodles and the Amish casserole right now, but I will be doing all the noodles. This is my little pot of noodles for myself, and this is the big pot of noodles for my family. It's not necessarily like an option right now to feed my family all these like organic, you know, veggie, whatever, pastas. It's just not financially not available. So, but for me, I am doing this pasta. I found it, I think it's like $3, which is a lot. The whole bag of the egg noodles that I'm using for that pot was $1, and this was like $3 something at Walmart. I'm only going to be allowing myself a half a cup, so that I don't have as many of the carbs, but I can subtract, you know, the fiber, so that's pretty cool. But this is just what I'll use as a substitute, like for when I make the Amish stuff. I'm actually going to make myself a cute little separate, I think they're loaf pans, but I'm actually going to use it for like my portion size, which is actually like, it's not going to be full to the top, it's going to be like half this, because I think it's about a half a cup. But this is like for what I will use for my family, like 9 by 11 and a half, I think, for them, and then my little portion size with my noodles. Yeah. Okay, so these are another low carb option that I got for myself. When I do the layered enchilada casserole, I'll use either these ones or something similar to it, just because if I have a big family and if they feed, you know, more. But for myself, I'll be using a low carb option. On these ones, the Don Poncho, can't read, no carbs. So normally like one, it looks like one. Yeah, one tortilla has 30 grams of carbs and only 1 gram of fiber. For these ones, there's only 3 net carbs. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll make it in my little loaf pan for myself. I can't find my big huge roll of aluminum foil that I just bought a couple days ago, but I'm just wrapping it in plastic wrap for now, chucking it in the freezer. I'll go to the store tonight when I get the rest of my stuff and get foil, and then I'll just wrap it with foil. But these are the Hawaiian roll ham and cheese sliders. I will post, I don't know if I'm capable of posting links. I'll really try to figure that out. But I because I'm on my phone and like copying all these links. I don't know. Anyways, but if I can't post a link, I'll post the recipe names that I'm using. I'm getting them from Pinterest for the most part. But I'll also probably post pictures of my notebook that I have all the recipes written down in. Hopefully you guys can read my handwriting. Right now I am making pizza casserole. I'm using the veggie mix noodles. I cut up about 10 slices of pepperoni. I'll just sprinkle it around there. And then, so I used these. Half a bag of this. Half a can of olives. Half a can of that. And then I added 2 cut up mini sweet peppers from before. This is pretty much my own recipe. I guess it's more like a dump thing. You just dump everything into a pan, mix it up. I'm going to cover it with plastic wrap for now until I get my tin foil. And then put it in the freezer for a freezer meal. And then you just take it out. Make sure you defrost it like 24 hours or so. I'm a mom, before you cook it. I cook it at like 350 for 350 degrees for 25-30 minutes, just to get it all warmed up, because everything's already cooked, you know, so you're just wanting to get it warmed up and edible. And then if you want to top again with cheese on top, put it back in the oven. Sometimes you can do it under broil just to get it, you know, a little brown, or just melt it on top. And then for keto, I'll be probably eating like a half a cup and then of this stuff. And then doing the rest of my plate with vegetables, probably spinach, like make a small salad or something with lots of high fatty stuff, high carb, those kind of things, or no, high carb, high protein, high fat, or moderate protein, whatever, you know what I'm saying. But there's my pizza one. So this is what it looks like all mixed up. I also added probably about a cup, maybe a little over a cup's worth of the cheddar cheese, the white cheddar cheese I was using before, and it's all mixed in here. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video here, for one, so it's not like a million years long, and for two, I'm exhausted. I've been doing this, let's see, it's 1:30 in the afternoon now, and I have been on my feet all morning in the kitchen. My baby is finally asleep, but my 6-year-old Xander is home from school with a cough and stuff, but I need to get him lunch. I haven't eaten anything other than like a few things, you know, snacking as I go type thing, but and I have a entirely messy kitchen to clean. So, yeah, because today's Thursday and we have a t-ball game tonight, and then tomorrow I have to go to the school, and then taking my oldest son to an acting tryout thing Friday night, and then Saturday we have t-ball and baseball and Jackson's first birthday. So yeah, I gotta get this place cleaned up and this video posted. So this is gonna be part 1. Tomorrow I will be doing part 2 to finish the freezer meals after I get the hamburger and the other package of chicken and the stuff that I need for those recipes. So stay tuned for that one. And I'll see you guys later, probably after tomorrow's video of my day 2 of food prepping. I will probably post, the next video that I post will be my first day weigh-in and measurements for starting my Keto-ish. And yeah, so this series will be called Keto-ish, and if you guys have followed me, I promise you that I'm going to actually make this a series. So it's not going to just be like a one-time thing. It's gonna be awesome. I believe in myself. I have confidence. I will do this. So yeah. if you guys want to see my next videos, go ahead and give me like a thumbs up if you like this video, and you want to see more of me cooking and that kind of stuff. And if you guys could subscribe, that'd be pretty awesome. Then you guys can see my other videos that I'll be posting of the start. And I'd like to make a little disclaimer that I am not a professional. I am starting this keto-ish diet. I've never ever done anything like this before, so this is all trial and probably some error. So yeah, be nice to me if you guys comment, and I will see you in my next video.